Hello there, this is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Blaming women won't solve your problems. Let me say that again. Blaming women won't solve your problems. Because let's be real on some stuff. A lot of guys be having some trouble, but they'll say, well, this woman rejected me. Or shoot, some even go back to their moms and stuff. And that's some serious stuff if you got like even abuse or something from your mother or some female caregiver or whatever. And that's serious. But just blaming them will not solve the problem. Regardless, or a bunch of that fine woman, that fine little girl rejected you back in high school. That's not going to solve your problem. Now it happened, they caused something, probably caused you some pain, but blaming them is not going to solve it. You have a choice in life. You have a choice how you want to respond to stuff. Now I had said publicly before, I was court ordered removed from my mother's custody when I was 10 years old. Now, I could have said, some people, if that had happened, they say, well, I'm this way because of that happened. Yet that didn't stop me from going to a private high school or wanting to go to a private high school. That didn't stop me from not just getting a college degree, but an advanced degree. And it didn't stop me from all the things I wanted to do in life. And then even going beyond that, I've been rejected. I have no shame in saying I've been rejected. I mean, shoot. Now, not some nuclear, never had a nuclear rejection, but I've been rejected by some women before. Shoot. That's a part of life, one, but I'm not going to say, well, I'm this way because these women rejected me. I mean, shoot, everybody get rejected. I just learned from it and kept going. Because here's the thing. See, when you blaming a woman for your problems, or quite frankly, anyone for your problems, you are not creating agency within yourself to solve your problems or to just go through life. You are letting someone else influence your life and really control you. Because you got, like with the woman thing, you got some guys, they got rejected in high school, They got rejected in high school, or, a woman said, call them whatever name. Okay. How does that stop you from doing something? Why are you giving that woman power? A man, his primary relationship has to be with himself. His primary relationship. Yeah, you want a woman, hey, shoot, I like that big butt, big legged woman. Yeah. But my main relationship is with myself. Every man needs to think that way. Every man needs to have agency within himself, regardless of what happens. Because one, you can't control what happens, but you can control your reaction to it. And then you only have 100% control over yourself. That's part of being sovereign, controlling yourself. That goes beyond, in fact, you need that before you're talking about anything else regarding sovereignty. If you blaming women for your problems, you saying you just let that woman know that she had power over you. Now, say you got rejected harshly by some fine woman, and you let that affect you the rest of your life. Then say you see that woman 30 years later. She might not even remember who you were. And even if she does, and you say, well, you did this, she'll probably say, you know what, I'm sincerely sorry. All that, she might apologize. But regardless of what she do, why you let her do that to you? Why you give her free space in your head? You gotta be cold-blooded about shit. You gotta be self-centered. You gotta say, look, this is my mission. Yeah, the woman she might be able to earn a place in it, but I ain't giving her some control like that. I'm giving her zero control. And I'm not gonna blame her saying I didn't do this, I didn't succeed because of some woman. Man, that's some bullshit. If you want whatever you want in life, you got to go for it. Because let's just be real. Going beyond women, there's always going to be somebody coming against you. Because sometimes they might even be in your circle. And they can try. But it's like I said, if someone if someone were to throw me in a hole, I ain't gonna say, oh, they threw me in a hole and just lay there, or even ask them to help them out. I'll just yell up at them. Oh, okay, you got me. I'm about to climb out of here. You need to start running now and pray I don't catch up to you. And then even then, once I catch up with them, deal with them. Even I even bother, I might just like whatever. And I'm still gonna do my thing. Every man gotta do that. You can't be like sitting around all the women this, the women that. Dude, that's weakness. Yeah, I'm gonna say it, that's fucking weakness. And yeah, I'm gonna have to be mean. Hey, shoot, 2023, I'm gonna have to go even harder. I'm seeing too many guys blaming. And they did them. But see, when you blaming, the thing is, what are you doing about it? And why you letting that person, that woman, just because of her gender, control you? And even if it was a bunch of women, then you automatically know which women not to deal with. You know? Because you still gonna do your thing. Because I'm gonna tell you something else. Like say some woman she did something or she rejected you. Look, first of all, on a practical level, the best revenge is success. If you said that and did that, and you still doing your thing, because I've had some women who rejected me, then they see what I'm doing later on. They're like, oh, I always thought you were cute. Yeah, you were cute back then too. Oh man, thank you. They say that, I say thank you. Remember what I was talking about last week about not being a mark, keeping the ego under control. I'll be like, oh, okay, thank you. Hey, you have a great day and everything. Just keep it moving. Just keep it moving. See, a man, I'm gonna tell you what, and this really go beyond women, like I said. A man gotta be responsible for his own life. A man gotta be sovereign. A man gotta say, you know what, I'm taking accountability. It's for children and women not to take accountability for their own lives. It's for men. They're serious. It's put on men. Now, some people say that ain't fair and all that. All right, it ain't. But men bring order to the world. That's our job, which means we're going to be accountable and responsible. Don't let anybody tell you it's a bad thing. We're going to be. Don't worry about, hey, if you get some women, they don't want to take accountability and responsibility, that's on them. I said before, you got some women out here, they ain't really grown women, they little girls. Let them be. They ain't to be like, hey, do what a true man will say. It's like, oh, you gonna act like a child? Okay, I don't have milk and cookies for you, so hey, you can just keep going. Don't get mad. Don't say, oh, I'm gonna tell you what, let's take it to another level. Because you got some guys saying, oh, the community, because of the women. And you know what, I'm gonna bring race into it. You can get some guys saying, oh, the community's messed up because of these women. So these women are stronger than you, smarter than you and shit. No, fuck that. Fuck that. Men, I'm tell you what, when men stand up, the only thing that might be able to stand against it is another man. So blaming them ain't gonna do anything. What are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do about it? And speaking of that, I remember, I never forget. It was a dear friend from college, Hispanic woman. And we were actually having a conversation because we were having a conversation about some of the problems within the black community. And this is just an example. And I remember, I'd never forget what she said. She said, what are you going to do about it? I was like, man, she said that, they weren't rhetorical. She said with the power that said, Rom, I know you can do something. Every man got to think that. Let's take it beyond race. I don't care what your race is, You got to think at the very least you're going to do something about your problems. Ain't nobody can stop you. Ain't nobody stopping you. Hey, is anybody stopping you from getting an education or getting a certification? Is anybody stopping you from building a business or doing something, getting your money out there? Nobody. It's time for men to stop acting like little boys out here and shit. And if somebody say, well, you blaming the boys. Oh, you blaming these men and stuff. You shouldn't do that. Well, you're a bitch then. Because men build. Men gonna do their stuff. Because I'm going to tell you something now, man. There's a lot of stuff. There's been a couple videos I've outlined some of the stuff I've been through in life. I've been through a whole lot of shit. Look where I'm sitting now. I could have several reasons to say, oh, this shit messed me up. This shit messed me up. Hell, been through a divorce. Now some guys will be like, oh, it's tore me up and everything. Shit. Everything I touch has turned to gold since then. Every motherfucking thing. I ain't let that stop me. Nothing. I told you the situation with my mother and everything. It hurt, but what did I do? I just said, no, I got a plan. I'm gonna do my thing. Every man need to think that way. Every man need to think that way. Fuck the bullshit. Fuck the bullshit. I don't care what women do out here, because women, they submit to the men who will lead and stand up. A lot of guys talking about submission and all, want them to submit. Women automatically do. Yeah, they're gonna test you and everything to see if you are who you are. And you gotta be, as a man, you gotta be like, no, this is what I'm gonna do. This is where I'm going. You know, I ain't letting nothing that happened to me stop me. And I'm not letting you stop me. Look somebody in the eye, you know? Every now and then I get some detractor or something, and this is one thing I would say to them. I'm gonna talk about what I'm gonna talk about, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do. What the fuck you gonna do about it? That's how you gotta be in life, as a man, all right? No blaming everybody for your problems. Figure out how you gonna solve it. Because you letting them win. I want y'all to think about everything I just said, all right? I don't know, I don't give a shit whether I came off as harsher or something, but in 2023, it's really time for men to stand up. That's my mission from God, to get men to stand up. You know? To get men to stand up. And you see that? No, this other way. You see this symbol behind me, the Gi and Yami from Ghana? They got a long meaning, generally means only God, but the first meaning I got from it was fear none but God. So any man, if you especially call yourself religious, you gonna let some woman stop you, or even another man stop you? Hell to the no. Fear none but God. You know? If they ain't God, they can't stop you. Understand that, all right? So I'll get back with y'all. I'll get back with y'all later, but no, men stand up. Stop blaming everybody for your problems. I don't care where you at in the world, what race you are, whatever. Figure out what you want to do and go for it. Think on this.